In this video, we will see that what are the challenges for IoT data analytics. IoT data places two specific challenges on relational databases. One is scaling problem. Due to huge data from smart objects, the relational database can grow incredibly large very quickly. This affects the performance. So sensors are generating large amount of data at every moment of time, and because of that the database where the data is getting stored will eventually going to get grow, and we need to scale that particular database. This is the first challenge in front of IoT data analytics. Volatility of the data is the second challenge. Volatile means changing. The regular data types which you are using to store your data may not be sufficient to store the new type of the data that is coming through variety of the sensors. So that is called as volatility of the data. With relational databases, it is critical that the schema can be designed correctly from the beginning. That is even not possible because the data is changing. Changing it later can slow or stop the database from operating, and because of that we are getting less flexibility. To deal with the scaling and data volatility problem, different type of databases known as NoSQL is being used. So NoSQL is not only SQL. Not only SQL means in the SQL, whenever you are writing the query that create table and that particular table name, and inside that you are talking about the variable name, data type and the size, and multiple types of the column headings that you are using. At that time also the database structure is specific to that particular data type of the data only. But unfortunately it may happen that some amount of data or very few data you may need to insert into your database that is of different data type. So in that particular scenario the NoSQL is used. Structured query language SQL is a computer language used to communicate with the RDBMS. A NoSQL database is a database that does not use SQL. NoSQL database do not set up in the traditional tabular form, enforce a strict schema, and they support a complex evolving data model. So to deal with the problem of scaling and volatility, we are actually preferring this NoSQL. Now another challenge in IoT is network analytics. Network analytics means on the network your data is getting transferred. So when you know that in the computer networks you have learned that when the data is forwarded from source to destination, it is forwarded in the form of IP packets, internet protocol packets. Right. So over there also we need to do the analytics. So data flows are effectively managed, monitored and secure when it comes to working on the network analytics. Network analytics tools such as flexible netflow, IPFix provide a capability to detect irregular patterns and other problems that are happening in the data flow. Because in the previous video we have seen that what is meant by data in motion, what is meant by data in storage. So whenever the data is in motion, at that moment of time the network analytics has to be done. So that is the another challenge after your scaling problems and volatility problems for the data analytics in the IoT. In IoT, main challenge is analyzing the streaming data in the real time. So the solution is provided by actually the vendors who are used for that purpose. The major cloud analytics providers are Google, Microsoft, IBM. So they are providing the ready-made solutions for network analytics. And to deal with the scaling and volatility of the problem, we have seen that we can use the not only SQL.